Y'all to another. Oh, I was looking at the numbers here. I'm just trying to eye hustle. I see 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at it. I wish I seen it coming, but that ad blind my view. Hold up. But now I'm looking stupid trying to start over. Swear to God, I hate when I gotta start over. Seem like I'm always trying to find me. Seeming like I don't know how to define me.
Yo. Here we is, man. I want to welcome y'all to another moment with Codac. Sit down and have a moment with your boy. Talk about some we was talking about, well, last week we said we was gonna talk about music and a lot of this other stuff, but due to current events, we gonna have a little different spin on it. Still talking about music, but not so much of a particular song. But let's talk about an artist that is all over the news. You know what I'm saying? That would be your boy Travis Scott. You feel me? As far as his latest event or festival that just occurred, the Astroworld Festival, where I think the toll was up to about 8 people died due to large stampeding and a lot of other crazy stuff. But they are holding him responsible in some sort of a way, where there are families suing and have brought cases against the Live Nation company as well as Travis Scott, and I think they even trying to bring your boy Drake into the situation.
They're gonna try to get everybody they possibly can.
So that's kind of what we doing, what we talking about. But I may have a different perspective than most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And how can I put this delicately? Not to say that I am insensitive, because it is definitely a tragedy when any loss of life happens, especially in a time where they thought they were going to just have a great time, a great experience, one for the memory books, so to speak. And lose their life, man. That's tragic. You feel me? My heart really go out to the families, real talk, because it was definitely unexpected, senseless, possibly uncalled. You know what I'm saying? Definitely uncalled for. Didn't have to happen. But I don't feel that the artist should be kind of held responsible.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Because, all right, let me just throw it out there. Now, the day of the festival, what was it, Friday or Saturday?
Friday. They canceled Saturday. They didn't make it to Saturday.
Right, Friday. So let's say Wednesday and Thursday, I had the opportunity to go and film a few things that Travis Scott was a part of that he was doing in the city. You know what I'm saying? The first one was he went to, I think it was Young Elementary School, and did a garden dedication to his grandmother, because they grew up in Sunnyside. You know what I'm saying? His grandmother probably maybe still live out there. And so he did like a whole, by like 8 maybe garden beds. You know what I'm saying? They sat down, man. He actually sat in the grass and read with these little kids, where his grandmother was reading the book. But you know what I'm saying? He was sitting down there reading. You know what I'm saying? Then shortly after that, later on in the day, he did a ceremony over there at Sunnyside Park, where he redid the outside basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Put like the Cactus Jack stuff, redid the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? The basketball goals, whatnot, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And at that event is where I really saw, at the school too, how much these niggas really love Travis Scott, man. In the hood. Like, he get love in the streets. Real talk. Like, these niggas act like he was Michael Jackson, the way they was rushing, trying to just touch this cat. You know what I'm saying? He lit up the cafeteria school to these little kids in the med school. They all, man, you would have sworn Michael Jackson walked in the building, how loud they were screaming. At the basketball court, this dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Dudes. Hood niggas, street niggas. You know what I'm saying? They screaming to come and rush to get this nigga the autograph from shit, just want to touch this nigga. Oh, man, they screaming. Oh, I touched Travis Scott. I was like, what the hell? These niggas love this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But every single time, man, this dude was talking about how he was just trying to do something for the city, give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? He grew up down here. Yada yada yada. And it's sad that, man, all of that gets overshadowed by something that he ain't have 100% control over.
Totally did not. Because that's like if we go to a Bobby Brown concert. Or no, that's like if somebody throws a concert and Bobby Brown performs and people end up getting hurt during the concert. The artists don't have shit to do with the planning of the show, the logistics of the show, where the show, they just hired to do a fucking job. They not responsible for...
I think what the spin that they was trying to add on it was that because it's his festival, you feel what I'm saying? To where it could be, he may have hired Live Nation to run that part of this festival that he wants to have. You feel what I'm saying? It could have been where he rented out the NRG parking lot area to hold this festival. You feel what I'm saying? So, but for them to do an attack the way they trying to do on Travis Scott, it's like for the actual time frame that this tragedy happened, a lot of people probably never been on a real stage to perform anything, whether that's music, plays, or whatnot. But them lights be bright. You can't see past the front part of the stage. Real talk. And that's a little common sense when you can think about it's in a dark area, dark room, dark outside, and you can see these people as well lit as you can. That's just like if somebody shine a flashlight in you in front of your face, or they headlights to you. You can't see inside you can't see past the windshield. You feel what I'm saying? So there is one time where, they put on the news how he stopped because he was like, hey, somebody passed out. That alone should let people know. If he really would have known or became aware that there was actually fatalities, real bodily injury, I don't think he just would have just continued to perform. You feel what I'm saying? And then, Angel, wasn't you telling me he was saying something about like the one interview where he was talking about the trance? That, what I'm saying, they kind of have to go in just to perform, just to get into character. Beyonce can say it, but don't nobody say shit. She got a whole name for her.
Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, you feel me?
It's like an alter ego.
Yeah.
Sort of. But basically, anytime you perform and you have to snap into your whole, okay, this is my performer mode or whatever you want to call it. So he was just basically saying, like, he may have looked, because some people were like, he looked like he was just zoning out, not really, you know what I'm saying? But
on something.
Right.
I feel like if he wasn't who he was, as far as his wife wasn't who she was, then
they wouldn't be trying to come at him like that.
They wouldn't be coming at him like this.
Oh, you think it's a way for them to sideways get into Jenna's pocket?
That is the fact that they know that he got the bread because he's married to who he married to, and it's not going to be no.
So let me ask you this:
issue.
Do you think he would be as famous as a person if he wasn't married to Kylie Jenner?
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
What? Fuck no.
How long ago did he start fucking with her?
Shit, I don't know their relationship business. I'm just saying, crossover wise, if you look at the crowd, his crowd, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's the crowd for me, because it wasn't no us's that got. It was.
Yeah, it's a lot of Hispanics and a lot of white boys, and you know what I'm saying, some niggas too. But yeah,
no, his crowd is mostly he crossed over. Like that's what he crossed over. That's why. Like he.
Yeah, that power play with Fortnite in that concert, that's what set him in the stratosphere right there. But authentically, like I say, from seeing people in the streets, man, the way they reacted to Travis Scott, I seen him at the baseball game where he was rented out Minute Maid Stadium to do his celebrity baseball game, and him going into the crowd over there, and so that's the thing I took away. You can tell he really love his fans, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like in every opportunity he had, he wanted to interact with his fans. Even at times in these other events, I seen his security, his PR people telling him, no, don't go over there. No, don't. He like, man, look, it's good. Chill out. Like, for real, I'm finna sign this autograph. I'm finna go over here and take these pictures. You feel what I'm saying? They straight. You ain't got to get all aggressive with them. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of celebrities that may have the status that he have or really play into that and, oh, no, protect me. Don't let nobody touch me. Like, these dudes was really about to jump all on his car when he got in the, like, they chased this dude all the way to his vehicle. It was crazy, man. It was like some shit we used to see in the movies where they used to trace Whitney Houston or the Beatles or some shit. You feel me?
Right.
Like these niggas was really going after this dude. But it's like you don't see no celebrity that possibly that could be from the same demographics, culture, background, really step in and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be hard for Travis Scott to really say anything and get any type of public sway because he's the, you know what I'm saying, so-called person that they are possibly, you know what I'm saying, coming after. But there's some shit that I would say sue the big companies, man. You know what I'm saying? Houston got it. Type shit like y'all ain't got to come out of him at him personally.
It's so many people you can say is responsible, like the fire marshal. Like it's so many like
and they
different
definitely
ways
gonna throw him under the bus, so they won't get held responsible for it.
And they didn't have enough security. That's Live Nation fault. They didn't hire. You know, they cut corners. Of course, they not put the money forth that they need to, and it's not. They're not gonna turn the money down when the tickets is bought. It was way more tickets sold than it was spots for the people to be at. Like. The whole
they
situation.
Say some of that too is due to people breaking in.
Some of the people broke in too.
Yeah, but it's like how many people was able to do that?
Exactly, goes back to security and having the adequate
fences.
staff.
I was driving by Maine, you know what I'm saying, during that day and seeing them put up them big old fences and like, what the hell is really going on over here, man? Y'all act like this finna be a prison yard or something. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how they willing to throw him under the bus, and it's just like, to me, if he actually got real fans, you know what I'm saying, and just as a community, it's like, how often we gonna stand by and let them just crucify somebody, and we know it's not really justified, man. You
Trust me, Travis is gonna be okay. Next week, this is gonna be old news. Like this ain't, this week it might be the hubbub, but this is gonna pass just like everything else. And I hate to sound like that, but it's just not uncommon.
But what do you think that it would do for artists in other terms of concerts and things of this nature? If they actually able to bring a lawsuit against him, you feel what I'm saying, for this scenario, in a whole bunch of law cases, they always bring back the previous law case that was able to win.
That's true.
To the same scenario. So
but it got to be the same.
Up that door.
It's got to be the same logistics. Like, again, when you do an event, a lot of times you hiring this person to perform. So they don't have no liability over the event because they're just doing their part. That's like if the person that
but what
was
if it's
working
your
there,
event that you throwing?
I'm saying you're responsible because it's your event. But when you're getting hired to do an event, it's different from it being your event. But these artists don't be throwing their own events like talking about.
No, for this one, they like this is a Travis Scott event.
Yeah, but it's not Travis Scott event because he outsourced it to who he outsourced it to. Mm. So it's like a shared liability. It's not just all him. And he made a bankroll, and then his brand might have been splashed all over it. But you got to look at the powered by so-and-so and look at the logos that's on there. And those the motherfuckers that really... I'm sure it wasn't his just idea to come to, you know what I mean? It wasn't just his idea. I'm sure, it was cool that he did it, but I'm sure it was other people involved, that share in the responsibility. I said that to say people sign performance agreements and stuff like that before they perform.
This is true.
And a lot of artists, they get hired to perform. They're not doing their own shit, especially a major artist.
So you think it's justified for them to be trying to take him off the Coachella?
Hell no. That shit is fugazi. And I think that it's like if Michael Jackson, like people have passed out at Michael Jackson's concerts and stuff, like
they used to pass out at Whitney Houston concerts.
Or Bobby Brown used to got bitches passing out even, in his heyday.
They say that there's been many other cases where people have died at concerts.
Yeah.
Due to different scenarios. Now let me ask you this stuff. That's what I was just finna say.
Pricking people in the neck.
Did you hear about that?
This is what I don't know.
You read the article. I did.
Yeah, Sharon, Angel, don't be
but I don't. All my details is kind of faded. But it was some type of drug. They said a security guard. He got pricked in the neck with something, injected with some type of drug, and basically had to go to the hospital. They looked at his neck and they were like, it's consistent with. So apparently that was going around.
Consistent with what?
Being injected with some type of.
Yeah, they saying some of the victims that died were victims of basically somebody in the party was going around injecting people with some type of drug via needle. You know what I'm saying?
In the neck.
Yeah. So it's like
So
it's way deeper as far as this concert, just some of the shit that they talking about. Then when you hear
people were
about,
selling drugs. It was just
I mean, a lot of that go down at concerts, but the injecting unwillfully, that's some new shit.
Yeah, that is some
But
new different
the
shit.
other
'Cause
shit
niggas
that
don't give drugs away. That shit
That's
costs
what I
money.
said, because I was like, who
I think it was some
wasting
type of,
product? Like,
this is my conspiracy theory, but I
Here
think
we
it's
go.
some
Come
type
on,
of
Codac.
I think it's some type of government experiment. Because one thing that I mean, just think about. See, this is what I say when we hear shit, we never try to put the pieces together and tie the strings. What was one of the last shows we talked about with the shit that they coming out with in the medical award community? Come on, man.
Oh, the light.
And they say all they
using
need to
light
do,
to-
that's the after effect. Once the shit is already in your body and
Okay.
attached to your cells, they can use light in order to alter certain things. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like when we seen in Born Identity. Remember they had tell them or Winter Soldier in fucking Marvel.
Right.
You tell them this certain word pattern, all of a sudden it triggers. They have no control. You know what I'm saying? You show these light patterns, that's some shit that's attached to their DNA that's like a little mini computer. Hey, it can trigger certain emotional states and they have no control. Because Angel was talking about how
the Russian sleeper
even
agents and
through
shit.
music.
Yeah, like Angel was saying, a lot of people was saying that were being interviewed, the way that they felt at the concert, feeling like they were out of sorts, felt like there was just something in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? One thing we ain't thought about either, chemtrails is back heavy. For a while, around this thicket of the pandemic time frame, the Great Conjunction and all of that, after all of that fact, you ain't really see too many chemtrails in the sky. But now, lately, man. Oh yeah, we get a mass event, 50,000 people. And ironically, people just spontaneously start losing their rabbit ass mind.
Like I was saying, people are also influenced by music.
All day long, man.
That alone, certain music make you feel a certain way. You have things that you can listen to when you want to be nuck if you buck or
Exactly.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
we've seen, and I mean, we should be able to look at it and see how once they changed the direction of hip hop, what it did to the community.
Right. Or when I would even say was they changed the direction of hip hop more or less when they were able to control the narrative more.
Regardless if it was there digging some ditches and moving the direction that the river came, but hip hop was headed in a certain direction when it was controlled by us. But once we lost control to big pharma, so to speak, hey, it started having a whole different effect on the community. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't nothing but vibrations, and they studied this information. They know what frequencies can do and trigger to certain people. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they aiding in these things by putting certain shit in the atmosphere, injecting certain people with drugs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey man, I don't know, but you better strap up. Get ready for the age of the zombies. You know what I'm saying? There's too many factors out there that's preparing them to be able to randomly say people is flipping the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't tie these pieces together until it's too late. We hear a lot of this shit as conspiracy theory. But everything has to have a start. And we know one thing, they always test some shit out. And it be so under the covers, man. So under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
You think if that's the case, you think Travis Scott is aware of that? Or
Most
you think
definitely, I
he's
don't
just
think he is.
fucking...
I definitely don't think he is. Because
Okay.
here's what I was saying. If you really would have been able to personally see how he actually interacted, you don't have to fake that hard. You already got the celebrityism. You know what I'm saying? It's no point to have to go to that. We ain't seen many celebrities. They are not personable like that. Yeah, they like the stardom. They like the fame. You know what I'm saying? In certain crowds, depending on how big of a ticket that is, they'll sign a few autographs. But you can tell they really ain't feeling it like that. They like their fans at a distance. You know what I'm saying? But to be willing to be hassled like that, you know what I'm saying? But not really tripping because it's what they want. You really got to respect and a love for your fans. I didn't see none of, out of all the Houston celebrities that was out there. Now, yeah, it was his event, so yeah, people was coming to kind of see him, but you really didn't see none of the other celebrities out there at that baseball game interacting with them fans like that, man. Okay. Like this nigga actually went under the net to go over there into the actual regular audience part, not where the VIP press boxes was type shit. You know what I'm saying? They actually went up over, this nigga went up there and really, you know what I'm saying, did his thing, and this was unprompted. Actually, I seen him getting advised not to go. Like, nigga, because I know his people thinking like, nigga, this is a security risk, bro. Like, you ain't nobody regular. You feel what I'm saying? These people really may get overboard. But, man, hey, he gave the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? That type of person, he ain't being involved like that. Now, he may be a puppet at the end of the day. Most definitely. But I don't even think it was so far as that extent. I just think they willing to throw him under the bus to be a scapegoat. And it's just sad because when you really hear the underlying conversations of the media, they really don't give a fuck about these people that died, man. You know what I'm saying? I was out there at this media, at this memorial for the shit at Astroworld, right? So I'm out there and all the news stations is out there talking. Man, these people don't give a fuck, man. They was walking around like this was damn near, and I don't want to say a college party in the sense like they were really partying, but it looked like a networking event. Right. Like these motherfuckers out here just do their job. They really, you can tell they have no personal feeling about the actual loss of life, but they really go hard in throwing this nigga under the bus, man. And that's for me, I just be sad. We be so quick to want to get validation from these sources, but the second they feel you doing an infraction, shit, you know.
Cancel culture is in full effect.
Hey, what?
Cancel culture is in full effect.
Man. So like I said, if they go through with the first step and being able to cancel him out for Coachella, it's just gonna trickle. They gonna damn to do this boy like my R. Kelly, man.
I don't think they gonna pull the Coachella shit off.
You don't think so?
Nah.
If his fans fight back, that's the only way. Because fans control everything.
That's why
but they allowing the media to really convince the fans, so to speak, to go at this nigga with the lawsuits. They can't sue these niggas. The industry can't sue him. But, you know, they hyping up through his fans.
I even
using
saw
a tragedy
ad on Facebook that said that. I was so
about signing a petition.
No,
the petition. Someone you
attended,
killed or
attended the concert. Period.
Like I say, the vultures is out in full effect.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a fucking money play, and then once that shit die down, or the first case gets tossed, and the judge like, hold on, let me, because it's too many people coming forward with the bullshit.
But they already saying, when I was out there at the little news, the memorial, I heard one of the news people say that one law firm said they got over 35 plaintiffs already. And they definitely expect that number to go up as far as people who coming in who gonna file and catch lawsuits.
It's because they know that shit's going on, so they gonna see it, and it's just part of like canceling him basically instead of. And then I like the videos of the people that is showing like that he was concerned and that it wasn't like he didn't know what, you know, once he saw what was going on, and he wasn't just just ignoring everything and performing anyway. Like he was like, hold on, like security.
But there
like
were some people that were saying the opposite, like, oh, we were screaming out, the music has stopped, and we were like, help, help, and he just continued.
I mean, but I would say this though, and I ain't no artist, so I haven't had this scenario, but if we pay attention to every concert we've been able to see up close a little bit, don't the artists have some type of headphones in to where they're hearing the music?
Exactly.
And so they can hear themselves.
Exactly.
So they have no idea what the fuck a fan is screaming.
Or
to an extent.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Even at a sports game, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. If some shit's going on in the arena, you know, and some shit pop off in the crowd and people get killed and shit, are they blaming the team who's the fans that there was?
Right.
Or are they, you know, who's responsible? The stadium, the people, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking foolishness.
Right.
Like, now people gonna have to sign waivers to go to concerts just so that the people not responsible, you know, for fugaziness.
But I'll put it to like this, and I'm hoping I'm not giving too much game away. But this will make the business that I'm in so much more viable.
Exactly.
Tell a venue, tell a person, hey man, they can't hurt your avatar.
No, they can't.
They can punch the shit out of you in this VR virtual world, feel like they slapping the hell out of you, and you won't feel nothing.
Right. Can't get trampled in the virtual world.
Safest, most entertaining way for you to be able to come to this concert. Because we gonna make it feel like you there.
Yeah.
Y'all look out, man. Studio View, HOU, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming for you. Right. Virtual venues coming around the corner. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, that's what, to me, it's like all this go hand in hand. they are pushing us towards this virtual world, this metaverse. But we just got to remember to use it as a tool and not be just slaves to it. You feel me?
Like y'all
That's
are to
the
the
trick.
social media.
Yeah, man. That's the trick, though. Is don't become a slave of it, man. Just use it as a tool.
You know what
beneficial.
I've been seeing a lot lately? People getting their OnlyFans hacked.
Yeah.
Like I done seen a couple females, talking about like how the fuck did they do that? Like, but
Get it hacked and get their bread? Or
took their bread, changed the account on there, and had the account, had their money go to
and
somebody else's account.
And if they don't catch it in fast enough, a person able to go ahead and do that cash
Took that
out.
bread.
Yeah, be sitting there watching every 15, 20 minutes. Especially if you got some of these ones that's on these OnlyFans that's really making that bank.
That's what I'm telling you.
Like they bringing in a few $5,000-$10,000 a day off this shit. You feel me? Woo! Man, that'll hurt. So they should be able to hold what's the name responsible though, to an extent.
Instagram or whoever owns OnlyFans.
Whoever owns OnlyFans. Y'all supposed to have a security where somebody can't be able to do this shit, man. Y'all made me go through a 2, 3, 4, 5-step verification to be able to get paid. You know what I'm saying? They only had to fill out tax information and the whole nine. So how they just able to willy-nilly come up in there and change my account information? Feel me? But I mean, man, if anything that can be on the internet to me can be hacked.
Manipulated.
The right people, they know too much information, man.
You're right.
You feel me? That's why I was like, with this whole crypto, the game, the end goal is not to just amass a lot of cryptocurrency. The goal is to amass cryptocurrency and then turn that into physical assets that cannot be jeopardized. If the internet shut down, somebody hack into an account, somebody steal your wallet keys, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's to turn those into some real assets. You know what I'm saying? So that's the full circle with that shit. Because anything on the internet can be hacked.
Thanks.
But that's what they start talking about with the whole laws with the metaverse and the virtual world. Is how they gonna do the privacy. You feel what I'm saying? Like
wasn't that
article you was talking? Well, no, they saying they stole the name, but eventually it's gonna be like and that's the thing with the metaverse with people. But we may get into that after we come back from a break. We'll get into this whole metaverse shit. You feel me? And talk about some shit that y'all may not be thinking about. Because I'm gonna put it to you like this: Facebook ain't create the metaverse, man. Fuck calling this their name. They ain't create that shit. We'll be back. Holla at y'all. Come have a moment with Codac. You know what I'm saying? Get at your boy.